Howdy Howdy y'all, this is Clara Lawrence, and this is the second part of Artapalooza with Tish on her Artist Haven channel. And she does this every Wednesday. She invites all different kinds of artists to come join in. And
it's getting like paint on it, just telling you.
Get together with friends and doing art.
It's happening.
Kind of like a little mini party kind of deal. Yes. But y'all can hang out with us and have fun in the chat. And we have pretty much free reign. We can do whatever kind of art we like. And I like to play with resin. That's one of the mediums that is my go-to. Now, I have a lot to talk about today. So you see that cup in the middle? That is from Mixed Media Girl. And if you guys follow my channel, you know that she came to visit recently and she redesigned her cup. And it has a nice little angle to it, so it's very easy to handle in your hands. Fits really well. So, of course, I have to try it out with resin. Now, if you do use these for resin, I would encourage you to use up as much as you can out of it, pour it into molds or whatever you need to do, and get it as empty as you can. You don't have to clean it out, but as soon as you're done, put it upright again like it's a normal cup and let it cure. And once it's cured, you can use it again and again and again until eventually you fill it up. But that will take a lot of pours to fill it up. And if it doesn't, you're clearly not using all your resin, or most of it. So what I'm doing on this one is I have leftovers of the other colors that I had used up, or used on my previous tray. And so I'm doing white and clear, and there was a little bit of chameleon on the one side. And I just layered up the white and the clear and the white and the clear. And then on the other side, I'm just going to do the blues and going to the green, the yellow, a little bit of, excuse me, a little bit of the gold and probably some chameleon too. And then I'm going to go through that whole pattern again. I think I only did it 2 times. But the yellow and the green in this one are fluorescents. Whereas the blue is kind of like an interference where it plays with the light a little bit, but it has that bluey kind of purple. It's a gorgeous color. And I'll have a photo at the end of this video that shows the brands and the names of the colors that I used.
No.
So if you're interested,
I don't know what you're talking about.
You can go to that and get the info you want out of that. And I'll also have links in the bottom of my description where I get my colors. Most of the resin colors and pastes and stuff like that I get from Artist Till Death. And Erica just let me know she's got she set up a code for me, and my code is Howdy, and you can do it either uppercase or lowercase, doesn't matter, but it'll give you an additional 5% off. So yay, thank you, Erica. But you guys already know that's where I get, majority of my colors from, and I think I've got a mixture in here of, Just Resin is the gold, Color Obsession, I'm sorry, not Color Obsession, Color Passion is the 2 fluorescent colors, and the white, and then I've got Resin Art for the 2 blues, and then, Erica's chameleon colors, Dalmatian Obsession is the chameleon color one. So, and of course I'm using my go-to resin, Stone Coat Art Coat resin. I feel like I'm just one long commercial here. Sorry. I get these questions all the time. Normally on my videos there's always a question on a supplier or something like that. So I try to give you the info. Okay. Now, I do want to say this much. When you're doing a dirty pour with resin, I have found the biggest success for me is when I go to pour, I don't pour super, super fast.
Yeah, you might as well zoom in.
And you try to get the cup as close as you can to the tray or canvas. So that way it's coming out at a nice, smooth, flowing level, but not super fast. Now, this resin was freshly mixed up, so it is fairly fluid. But you guys know me to work with the resin, up to the time where it's like, okay, I'm not moving anymore. So I'm not afraid to do that. Alright, we're getting close to the pour time. So Tish likes to zoom in when you go to do pours or a big manipulation on your artwork, and she'll pull you up to dominate the screen for a moment so you can have your little spotlight moment. And I'm letting her know what's going on right now, and she's getting that camera set up for me to do
that. Spin with jaws.
So yeah, if you are an artist and you're interested in joining us for Artapalooza, check out the Artist Haven, and in the description she has a form that you can fill out, and you just come and join in. And right now she's got it set up where it's like anybody can join, just show up on Wednesdays. But she has a routine for us to do, so we know how to go about that approach. So the split cup makes it really easy for doing a division pour like this. And I could either set up, there's like a bunch of different combinations as far as, one cavity could have these kind of colors and the other cavity could have, a different kind. Like I could do a white black pour if I wanted to, or, like a golden black would be pretty. Sometimes with my dirty pours, I like to pour in just straight color and have an area there where it's a solid color. I almost have that with that deep blue, but remember there's a mixture of different colors coming out at the same time, so it's probably going to interact with something. So I decided to add some of that medium blue in there. That has a kind of interference. I know I haven't looked at the color particularly, so don't hold me on that as far as it being an interference, but it's just really pretty color. Just tell you that.
Make up for it and punch, huh?
All right. I was getting ready to heat it up before I start manipulating it. Whenever you introduce resin into a piece, let's say you manipulate it for a while and then you add another color in there, I always encourage you to heat that area, especially that new color that you added in, just a little bit. It helps incorporate it, helps get rid of bubbles, and so your final piece is you're much happier with.
All right.
Now I'm getting ready to tilt. Working with two cameras, so it's a bit of a challenge. So the post that you see on the right side is the camera that I'm using for Tish, and then this camera is from my husband's phone, so thank you, Mike, for letting me borrow that. And I just try to go at least edge to edge with the resin so it has a real nice seal on the sides. And then tilt it back however I like it visually. Now, since I've got color passion in the mix, we're going to have a reactive situation. Some of the colors are going to react, and you're already seeing that in the dark blue on the bottom left. You can see some cells already developing. It's reacting with it. And for the next couple hours, it's going to change dramatically. So I'm going to do a video tomorrow and do some reveals on several pieces that I've done. And you'll get to see how they have changed out in just, from the time you pour them to the time they cure. Sometimes they look completely different. Sometimes they're very similar. You never know what you're going to get. I ought to do some brown chocolate pour and call it a box of chocolates. That would be fun. Now once I'm finished with my pour, I tend to gravitate towards using a torch to pop the bubbles. It just gets the heat in there, it gets it intensely, and you can get in there quick and pop those bubbles and get out without manipulating it. And I decided to add a little bit of gold to the accent. It just seemed to be asking for it. And I'll run these lines of gold with my stick real quick, and then I'll go in with the stick and help eliminate the any blobs. And it's almost it happens all the time with a tray, because you have to start within the tray to draw your line and stop within the tray. So you can't draw it from off canvas to off canvas on the other side.
Might be a good thing.
And what I'll do is I'll take the stick back through the lines a couple different times and maybe draw it a different way, and so it kind of breaks up that line a bit. It makes it much more visually appealing.
Yeah, it is.
Instead of a blob. But I love this bright gold from Just Resin. Oh, I don't think I even said that one before. Yeah, so this is the powdered gold, which I like so much. And when you touch it with the torch, it kind of, it seems to break apart just a little bit, and you get these little speckles of gold everywhere. It's really pretty. I think I'm about to go, yep, gotta break it through with a stick. So from the moment I stopped rotating it to this moment here, you can see a dramatic change already. Like right where I'm drawing the line into, that whole section there with the cells that have developed in the white area wasn't there at all before. It's really interesting to see when I'm editing and I'm zipping back and forth trying to tweak out my videos, I can really see the resin move. So I need to put it in there and just fast forward it so you can see it move one time. It's rather interesting. It shows you how much it's truly a fluid art at that point. Right there, I'm trying to break up the gold a little bit to bring the specks out. You should see the close-ups on this one. Is really pretty. Alright, so right about here I'm getting my camera out, and I'm going to give everybody on the show, on the Artapalooza, a close-up so they can see their details. So I'm going to let you guys go so you guys can see the details, and you'll see them big screen too. So thanks for hanging out with me.
All right, let me bring you in for a close-up on this one. And the more it sits, the more stuff comes out. It's just and develops. All right, zoom in. That is so stinking cool. Look at that right there. I think that's my favorite area. Ooh, that might be my favorite area too. Look at that, it's like scales underwater. That's wild, like an alligator coming up. Oh, I gotta do this again. All right, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Definitely hit the bell to get notified next time I put a video up. There we go.